welcome to the Tickle Pink Events channel. I'm Kimberly. If you're new, I'm so excited that you're joining us for today's video. And for my OGs, welcome back. I'm glad you're back for another video. And before we get started on today's video, I want to do a quick reminder that if you haven't subscribed, why not? What are you waiting for? It's free. So please subscribe if you want to keep seeing the videos in your feed, and hit that notification bell. That way the moment I upload, you'll get notified and you can join in the cocktail fun in that instant. So now that we've done the housekeeping, let's get to cocktails. Okay, I'm excited tonight. I'm super hyped because we are wrapping up the 6 cocktail families tonight. We have done old fashions, martinis, sidecars, daiquiris, flips, and tonight, in the words of Boyz II Men, we have come to the end of our road and we are talking highballs. Whiskey highballs. So this video is actually going to take a little bit of a turn because I have already done a video on highballs. I've been doing these videos for a while, so I've naturally covered some of these topics before, and I looked in the archives, and almost a year ago to the day, I did a video on highballs, and I made a gin Ricky in that video. And so if you're curious what a gin Ricky is and all the highball history, backstory, you'll click that video, and I will link it in the description box below. So if you're new and you didn't see it, go check out that video, hop back in here. If you've already seen it, then you're all caught up to speed and you know what the breakdown of a highball is. But I will do a quick little brief synopsis of a highball. Highballs are like the easiest cocktails to make, and really that's going to be the focus of tonight's video. Tonight I'm going to talk about making cocktails that are fast and require no equipment and basically made out of spirits that most people have laying around the house. That's the beauty of a highball. You don't have to have any mixology experience. You don't have to have a lot of equipment. You can make them on the fly. They can be made pretty much in like 30 seconds or less. But the basis of a highball is it's any spirit. You pick your poison, tequila, vodka, gin, bourbon, whatever, and you add a mixer. So your highballs are going to be Bloody Marys are a highball because what? They're vodkas mixed with tomato juice. You can have mimosas are a highball because what? Champagne mixed with orange juice. Gin and tonics, same thing. So anything that rum and coke, highball. Anything you mix a spirit with a mixer, you have a highball. And the great thing about highballs is that you can adjust the booze to how much you want. So if you want a strong rum and coke, you add 2, 3, 4 ounces, whatever your pleasure is. Or if you want a lighter one, you can dial it back and do a ½ ounce and just have more mixer than spirit. But that's pretty much the gist of a highball. Like I said, I do a way more in-depth history and origin story on the highball in the previous video that I was just referring to, and I will link that below. So tonight I thought it would be fun to give you 3 cocktails you can make with no equipment. Now that we are starting to open back up and we're supposed to be having a summer where we can gather with people again in a healthy way, I know there's going to be more interactions, and you may not want to go out and buy all these specialty liqueurs and booze to make a drink, especially if a friend calls up and is like, hey, what are you doing? And you want to just like come on over to my house. Highballs are your friends. Or you've had a long crazy day at work, or just stressed, or it's vacation and you want to chill and you don't feel like breaking out a shaker and dirtying a bunch of dishes. Highball's your friend. I just love them because they're very versatile. Hey, even if you're like, I don't want to get super drunk, like I don't want to get drink a heavy alcohol, high alcohol drink like a martini or an old fashioned, highballs are your friend because you can just add like a ½ ounce of spirit and the rest be, you know, topper of soda or whatever your liking is. So we're going to do tonight 3 cocktails, no equipment, all you need is a spoon, and you don't even have to have a bar spoon. You can just use a normal kitchen spoon. That's how easy these cocktails are. And they're all can be custom to what you like to do, so what you have in the house. And I think I have something for every kind of alcohol taste, from my tequila drinkers, my whiskey drinkers, my vodka drinkers. I've got something. And the fun thing is mix and match. It is legitimately choose your own adventure with highballs. If you like a certain type of soda, mix it with your favorite spirit. I actually remember back in the day, I don't know who my Food Network fans are, but there used to be a Semi Homemade show, and she mixed Gatorade and vodka. And yeah, you know, kind of ghetto. However, you know, it's a highball. It's a mixer and a spirit. So this is for the anti-snob cocktail enthusiast. If you want to keep it casual and easy, a highball is your friend. So now that I've talked a lot, let's start mixing some drinks. Our first drink is going to be this concoction that, before I get into it, I need to give proper credit and due credit to my mother, who she loves bourbon and she loves a good highball, and she introduced me to this drink last summer, and ever since then it has become a favorite at my house. And when I just want a quick, easy whiskey drink that's not super heavy in alcohol like an old-fashioned or a Manhattan, I whip up one of these. And I kind of call it like my peach mule. So what it is you take San Pellegrino Momenti, and this is the can, and it's the Clementine Peach. So you've got that. And then I put in a cute mule cup because it's just super cute, and then this isn't super big, so it kind of gives you that mule feel. So all you do, you got your bourbon of your choice, whatever you like, pick which one, does not matter to me. Now again, you can choose how much alcohol you want. I typically like my highballs between an ounce and an ounce and a half, but that's just me. If you want more, do more. If you want less, do less. Do you, boo. So we're gonna do my ounce and a half of bourbon. Ooh. Pour that in. And we're gonna take our San Pellegrino Momenti. I just love that they cover these with foil. Sorry, that's just my personal, I love that. And then we're gonna pop it, pour it in. You got a cocktail. Just that fast. And what I'm gonna do is just give it a quick stir. You don't have to stir, but if you want, I like the stirring so that way, you know, you don't have all the alcohol sitting at the bottom. I like to even just move it up and down gently because it is carbonated, so you don't want it overflowing. Just a couple like gentle stirs. And if you want to keep it fancy, I do add a garnish. I like to add a garnish because it lets people know what's in the drink. Now, since we are in May and it is not peach season yet, I'm using frozen peaches, but I have a frozen peach slice that's defrosted, and I just lay it on the top of the glass, and there you go. So now when somebody, if you're making it for guests, they see it, they go, oh, it's a peach, so they can know that there's some peach flavor. This is delicious. You saw it took me less than 30 seconds to make, no equipment. It's refreshing, and it tastes like summer, like that bright peach flavor with a hint of citrus with the clementine. It is a banger, trust me. Very good. And even for your non-whiskey drinking friends, they will enjoy it because it's a little sweet, it's got great flavor, and it's super easy to make. So we've made I haven't named it yet, but my peach whiskey highball. I'm going to give it a sip. And it's light. It's not overly sweet. There's not too much sugar. I think there's like about 7 grams of sugar, so it's not a sugar bomb. You can definitely enjoy it, and they're great for sipping on a hot summer day. So now that we've got our peach whiskey highball, let's move on to our next cocktail. And our next cocktail is what we call ranch water. Again, super simple, 2 ingredients, and it's my favorite sparkling water, mineral water, Topo Chico. Love this stuff. And it's tequila, a squirt of lime, and Topo Chico. So let's get started. And again, I'm going to use about an ounce of this just to keep it light for the tequila. Put that in there. And now this is served in a highball glass. It's super refreshing. I love ranch waters in the summer when it's super hot, and like the mineral water, it's very hydrating as well. Even with the spirit in it, you still get the hydration going. You pour it up, and as you can see, the ratio of spirit to water is very high. So there's 4 times the amount of water than there is to tequila. So you can have a big drink without getting wasted and still enjoy like a cocktail without getting wasted and sip on this for a long time. So if you're having friends over in the backyard for a barbecue in the day, this is really easy. Pour up some big ranch waters, and like you can sip them by the pool and enjoy them, and you're not like drinking big heavy like margaritas or things that are really high in alcohol and really high in sugar. This is great. So I'm going to top it off with a squeeze of lime. Squeeze some lime juice in there. And I also like to garnish it with lime, just a little just to make it cute. You do not have to. And a little stir. Again, no equipment. 5 hot seconds of cocktail. There you go. Got it? And then you add a straw. And there you go. Ranch water. Another quick, easy cocktail. Takes no time at all. The lime is good. Use good tequila because there's not a lot of other flavors in here. Perfect. There you go. So let's roll on to the next cocktail. And for our final cocktail, this one does require a little forethought and a little preparation, but it's still super simple. And what this is a spiked boozy basil lemonade, and I adore this. This is great for brunch. This is great for, again, a signature cocktail for an outside backyard party. Love it. And it's basically basil infused lemonade. And what I did is I took lemonade, basil leaves, tore them up, steep them in a jar. You only need to actually let it steep for an hour or two. So this isn't even, you have to think about it the night before. You can really do it like in a pinch. Just give yourself an hour time to let the basil marinate in the lemonade. And then you just add some vodka, and there you go. Now, you can also just do straight lemonade and vodka, but I like to make it a little fancy. Like I said, for a brunch or like, you know, a get-together, like a party, you kind of want to make it feel like a cocktail, but this makes you feel like you're doing fancy cocktails. I didn't even measure that. See that? I just went straight to pouring. That's how I do highballs. I don't even have to measure them, so you don't even need a jigger to do it. I poured in about an ounce, and then we're going to pour in our basil lemonade. I did it in a little jar because I'm only making one. You can do it in a big pitcher. So the larger the lemonade like container, the more basil you're going to want to use. This is about 5 leaves torn up. So very fragrant, really good. We're just going to pour that in. And you can see the basil leaves falling in the glass, which I love. Now, here's one more step if you want to. Still don't have to. I like to add a little bit of the Topo Chico so it's sparkling. So it gives it that effervescence and that really bright feel. So we're just going to top it with a little Topo Chico. So you got the bubbles going, feels really fancy. People will be impressed, and you saw how quick and easy that was to make. Again, we're going to do our garnish with a little basil hanging at the side here. And there you have it, a boozy basil lemonade. And it's so yummy. I love the Topo Chico. It brightens it up really good, cuts the richness of the lemonade, and you can do store-bought lemonade. You do not have to squeeze your own lemons. Again, keeping it simple. So there you have it. 3 delightful cocktails that all took 30 seconds or less to make. 0 equipment needed. You can do this in a flash. If you've got vodka, tequila, or whiskey at your house, mix away. Cocktails do not have to be tedious. They do not have to be super labor intensive or require a lot of stuff. Just a little imagination, and there you go. So thank you for joining me for tonight's cocktail video and for the whole 6 weeks of the cocktail family. I appreciate you watching. I hope you're having a great day, night, or whenever you're watching this video. I will see you next time. Cheers!